It's a real privilege to be here again to share with you some of the really strong work that Californians are doing together. It's really a privilege to be part of California and knowing that 40 million strong, we are coming together to fight COVID-19, and we are making great progress. But as the governor said, I share the information with you with the caveat that it really does depend on us continuing to do what we've been doing, which is staying at home, and when we're not at home, practicing strong physical distancing. And I'm going to first walk you through some of the data that we get every single day that really guides our model, that really guides what we're seeing in our actual numbers. This slide here shows you each one of these is a county that you each live in, right? And they show generally the same thing. I don't want you to get bogged down by the little blips up and down, but these graphs show that movement is going down all across California. County by county, we see the similar trend line going from up top to down low as it moves to the right. And what that tells us are people are moving around less and staying at home more compared to this time in February. And the comparison is really to when we didn't have things like the stay-at-home orders, where we didn't emphasize physical distancing, and we knew people were moving around their day as they normally did. And so if we zoom in on some of this, and we move into a specific county, Sacramento, where I am at the moment, you see that over the course of weeks, here, starting at the beginning of March and looking how it compared to the end of February, we see that it was about the same. But over time, and as we implemented different stay-at-home efforts and orders, we see that it has generally gone down, and that this is exactly the kind of data that helps inform us as to whether we need to do something different with our expectations and our directions to our counties and all across California, or whether we stay the course. I want to show you Los Angeles, where my family is, and our biggest county in California, that you generally see the same trend line, and even some consistency here from what we're getting, that people are not just staying at home on the weekends, but even more so during the week. And these are the trends that we want to continue to see across the state that reinforces what we've been doing and how we think about the next couple of slides and what we're actually experiencing in our hospitals today. So I want to remind you and bring back this slide that you'll recognize from last week when I was here with you and telling you, look, we put some of these orders and these directions in place around physical distancing and staying at home because this is what we wanted to avoid. Remember, this low line of 50,000 were the additional beds that we are working to add as part of our surge capacity planning. But unmitigated, that means without any interventions, we were worried that we were going to see something that got close to 700,000 hospitalizations across the state, well exceeding our existing capacity in facilities and hospitals, well exceeding even as we added 50,000 surge beds. And this represents, this part under the curve represents many Californians who would become quite sick and maybe even have the worst outcomes from COVID-19. So this slide shows where we are now. And with our expected impact of the stay-at-home orders and physical distancing efforts across California, we see here on this white line, this is just the reminder from the prior slide that this is what it would have looked like if we did nothing. This area, this blue line here, is sort of the mid-range expectation of what we would have seen, and as it carries out, it would have crossed this line, this horizontal line that shows our surge capacity and what we've been working hard at the state level, at the local level, and throughout all of our hospitals to build capacity. What these dots here, and I'm going to zoom in for you, show is what we're actually experiencing. So it fits within the model because any line within this light blue shaded area fits within our model. We see that we are holding on to the bottom part of the model. That's sort of the better case scenario, what we had always hoped for, but we of course planned for something different. This is a point of pride for Californians that we've done so well with what we've been doing. But I caution you that this line could easily start to see an upward slope, not like this, but much more similar to something that rises quickly if we lose the focus on physical distancing and staying at home. I also want to remind you that we've been hearing about and reviewing many, many models from across the country, from across our state, from across the globe. And some of those models suggest that California and other parts of the country will have a peak earlier than our projection, which is sometime in the month of May or even later. What I want to show you is on this. Yeah. Yeah. So down, sorry, we'll get it right. Here at the bottom part of this, the very beginning where we have our actual data, it was tracking almost identical and on the line that we were planning around. Here, as we get further out, we actually see a trend of even better improvement in the number of hospitalizations that we have in California, and that this is actually signaling to us that our peak may not end up being as high as we actually planned around and expected, and that the difference between what we're seeing today in our hospitals may not be that much different than where we are going to peak in the many weeks to come. So what that tells us is that if we continue doing the wonderful things that Californians have banded together to do, that we may actually continue on this trend and avoid a higher sloped line that we have been planning around. But I want to remind you that it is contingent on us continuing to do what we have been doing very well across California. This is an important weekend to many families. That being home over this coming weekend is of vital importance for all of us. It's a way to protect our communities, protect our neighbors, and protect our families. And I also want to caution that what this data does depend on as well is that we continue to be focused on some of our communities or institutions, skilled nursing facilities as an example, where we know that if we do not continue to be vigilant and focused on protecting the residents and the staff in those institutions, that we may actually see a upward tick in this curve, a number of very vulnerable people who become sick and need to be hospitalized and begin to challenge our current surge capacity. So with that, I wanted to kick it back to the governor so we can talk a little bit more about the efforts we are having to support skilled nursing facilities across the state.